Laura A. Grace here, the author of Dear Author, Letters from a Bookish Fangirl, Teen Lines of Poetry Collection, and Finding God Anime Devotional for Otakus, which is free on a variety of platforms. I'll leave a link down below in case if you'd like to check it out. Happy Friday, my friends! I'm so excited. If you guys saw the manga shopping video from last week, you guys know I had a special guest, and my said special guest is back today. We are talking about the manga he picked up, and I will leave a link or a card thingy so you can go check out that video if you would like to. Come on over. Yeah, we have Justin back. I'm so excited. Yeah, welcome back, Justin. Welcome back. We are really, really excited. We are doing a video manga review, and that is of Transformers. Yeah, Justin read Transformers, and then he wanted me to read it, and I finished it the day before doing this video. So, right? Yeah. So, you want to tell everybody what Transformers is about?
It's about the Autobots and the Decepticons. It's about them, like their story pretty much. And whenever they get in the war and stuff.
Yeah, because I think it has a breakdown of 3 different sections. Stories, yeah. So you have the fight, super robot life form, the story of the super robot life forms, and then the Great Transformers War. That was pretty cool. What was your favorite part of the manga?
I don't really know. I like every part.
Yeah, one of the amazing things about, I think, this manga is the art is just mind-blowingly awesome. Like, the insane amount of detail was just really incredible. Like, the action scenes.
Yeah, the action.
Yeah.
The action's really good.
Yeah, the battles were just really something else.
Yeah.
It was... I think that was part of one of my favorite parts, was just really seeing Transformers come to life on page.
Yeah.
I think we've seen the movies, or the movie, movies. One of the interesting things I thought about this was that there was a Transformers anime in Japan, so that was cool too.
For it?
Yeah, I was reading. Another plus to this is that you get colored illustrations at the back. Like, there is a huge illustrations part at the back, and so I was reading about that, and they talk about the anime that was in Japan. One of the things, I don't know about for you, but one of the things that was hard about this manga was that it's very episodic-like. There's not necessarily a timeline. So, like, something, for example, happened to Optimus Prime, and then suddenly we are on to Rodimus Prime, who became one of my favorite characters in this manga. I loved him a lot. But I didn't know what had happened.
Especially when he teamed up with Graviton. I think that's how you pronounce his name, at least.
Yeah. So that was a little bit confusing, but the illustrations portion at the back, when I was reading, like, this little bottom part here where it has the text.
I wrote it.
That was really helpful in giving a timeline of when everything was sort of, like, happening, because it doesn't go in exact order. I think they just pull whatever they thought was cool chapters and, like, put it in the manga. So so when you're reading, definitely appreciate it just for the art and the story, not for, like, it going in numerical order, I guess you would say. So what were one of your favorite chapters? Did you have a favorite chapter or, like, a favorite scene that you're like, man, this is really, really cool?
No.
No? What did you think of Kenji? Kenji is the little boy in the beginning. Like, okay, so when I was reading, it made me feel like a little kid. Like, I was like, Kenji here, he's a young boy who basically teams up with the Autobots, and that was really cool. I was like, if I was a kid, I would absolutely love being Kenji right now, because he's working with the Autobots.
Yeah,
what did you think?
That's cool, because he gets to team up with robots that most people don't really see.
Yeah, and here's a picture of Kenji right here. And yeah, like, cause he got to ride in Bumblebee. He got to ride in a few different Autobots, and he got to go to their secret base and see a little bit behind the scenes with that. I thought one of the fun chapters is there was I don't know where it's at in here, but, like, he gets to go to an island that has a bunch of animals. Yeah, it was this one. There's, like, a bunch of animals, and the Autobots basically put all these animals on this island and want to invite all the children of the world to come to this island because all the animals were friendly. But then, of course, the Decepticons come in and they start, causing problems. But
Devastator!
Yeah. very good sound effects, right?
Yeah.
So,
Like, these people, they're all part of Devastator. They all form
see, right here, he's talking, tell you guys, he's talking about right here.
the construction
Yeah,
vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
They eventually formed.
I thought that was a really fun and unique chapter, and there was another chapter that had a dog. I thought that one was pretty good, too.
Oh, yeah, like, the Decepticons put power in it, and
Yeah.
he literally controlled one of the Autobots.
Yes, yes.
Because he got really beat up. He got
Mhm.
shot like 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
And the dog literally gave him power so he could drive away. Or
Yeah.
fly away.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was a good one. I liked when they were out in outer space. That's sort of like the second half.
Oh, yeah.
When you meet Rodimus Prime.
Yeah.
That was cool. Because to be honest, it reminded me of Voltron. And, like, look at this ship right here. It reminded me from Voltron Legendary Defender, like, the Galra. And they mention, not the quintessence, like, quintessence, I think is how you would say it. I wanted to keep saying quintessence, but, like, it would affect the Transformers. So I really liked that because it just gave me, like, reminded me of Voltron. And I really loved Voltron when it was airing on Netflix. And it also had, like I said, Rodimus Prime. And
Yeah.
I liked Rodimus. He is sort of like the... I guess I want to say fill in for Optimus Prime because nobody can fill in Optimus Prime, but he's sort of like the rising leader that has to fill Optimus Prime's shoes. And I just liked Rodimus's, like, his wanting to be a good leader. Like, I don't know. I thought that was really cool. And he does actually team up with Galvatron, right?
Yeah.
To kick another Decepticon's butt. So that was pretty cool because I was like, whoa, it's like, you know, when you have the good guy and the bad guy team up, work together. That's like
that's
always
always
really
cool.
Yeah. And so
you literally get to see the villains.
Yeah. What did you think about when they were transforming, and like did you like how they showed them transforming from car to Autobot?
That was cool.
Yeah, I thought they did.
I like when they formed like these giant Autobots and Decepticons.
Yeah, I think what they showed, the 4 different ones that do form up.
I don't know which one's a Decepticon and which one's an Autobot.
Yeah, that was I agree with Justin. That was pretty hard to sometimes differentiate who was who because
here it is.
There's a lot. Yeah, these are the 4 big like when they like form together.
Yeah.
I wish they would have showed more of the Dinobots. Yeah, because did you see Grimlock at the end?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
Because he's like, me strong.
Yeah. So I'm hoping then the second volume that they do cover that a little bit more, because you do see that in the illustration section. You do see like the different Dinobots. So that was really, really cool. Sorry, I was trying to remember what I was saying before. Were there any like Transformers that you really liked? I like
Grimlock.
Cool. Yeah,
he's funny as well.
He was funny. I liked Bumblebee too, because Bumblebee was pretty funny in the beginning too, when like something happens and he was like, it's all because of me that the day was won, when like they all work together, but Bumblebee did play a pretty big role in helping, but still I thought that was really funny. Here's a question for you, Justin. Were there any times in the manga that you felt the Autobots might not make it?
One part.
There was one part? I had a few parts, I think, where I was a little bit afraid that, like, the Decepticons are so powerful.
Yeah.
And when you see them transform, you're like, man, they'd be tag teaming and doing everything they can with, you know, their warfare to take down the Autobots. Oh, speaking of that, when we're in this second half, when they're in outer space, I don't know if they're in Cybertron, but when they called the Warriors to come and defend their planet when the humans were there, because the little kids were sort of freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
Because
like, wow, I'm scared.
Yep, right here, yeah. Because Rodimus Prime wasn't there, and they're like, well, we're not afraid because Rodimus Prime isn't here to help save you. But then these warriors come out, and they're like the city warriors that defend. So that was really cool. I thought that neat, just how like they had city warriors that actually defend the city.
They defend.
Yeah, and you know, another thing I thought really interesting as well is that like when the manga opens and they give you like a prologue, and how Kenji was like, I know who you guys are. You're the Transformers from America.
And it says it on the back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Good job. I forgot I said that. So I thought that interesting, and then it sort of explains why the Autobots are in Japan, because the Decepticons want to use their science or their science base to help rule the world.
Yeah, destroy the world.
Yeah.
All of the Japanese bases.
Yeah.
They want it to be theirs, so they can have the scientist
Mhm.
and the power.
Did you think the scientist at the end was a space pirate? Dalton, I think was his name.
Kind of does look like a space.
I honestly thought Dalton here was a space pirate at first until
He's
they
a scientist though from a different planet.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he's a scientist. I was like, I sort of thought he was a space pirate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Me, Grimlock, not believe it.
Yeah, I was thinking about Grimlock right here. Yeah, Grimlock was a fun character. I really do hope we get more of them. Is there anything in the second volume that you're really looking forward to or hope that they include?
More Grimlock.
Yeah, more Grimlock. So yeah, definitely.
Because you only see him twice or 3 times or something.
Yeah. I think it's interesting.
Oh yeah, look at this. The Decepticons have these glue stuff, and they brought back one of these Autobots, and they turned him into a Decepticon.
Yeah. There was a lot of little fun facts and illustrations that, like, I learned about the Transformers, and seeing just how the anime really progressed and became what it is today. I mean, it's very iconic and still special. What are your thoughts overall in the manga as a whole? Like,
I like it.
I liked it too. It was.
It's good for people who like action, but not violent action.
Yeah.
And robots that can transform in cars and stuff.
Yeah, and I think too, to add on to that, like if you're just looking for something where you're like, I just want to see pretty art, this definitely has it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I had to force myself to slow down so I could really take in everything because it was just amazing. Like, I mean, I just could not get over the way they brought the sound effects and just the insane amount of detail was really just. It was cool. It was really awesome as a reader. And then getting like the huge, I mean, you get a really good, decent size of, that's all the illustration bonus section. And then you have colored pages at the beginning
which is cool.
Yeah, I liked learning about Cybertron because I sort of felt like I didn't know much about Cybertron. So that was pretty cool. So I guess that would be our thoughts. I think we're both giving it a thumbs up for Transformers. We're going to try, he's got his stuffy here with us today.
Same stripes.
Yeah. And we're going to try and get our hands on volume 2 of Transformers. Because
and 3.
And 3.
At some point.
We both really, really enjoyed it. So let us know in the comments if you've read Transformers or if you like Transformers. We would love to hear from you, friends. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thanks so much for watching Justin and I. Bye!